So the standard for independent contractors under the Fair Labor Standards Act has been consistent from 1940 until 2021. Courts in the Department of Labor use the economic realities test. They analyze whether a worker is economically dependent on the employer for work or if they're in business for themselves. To do this, they look at 6 factors. First, the degree of the employer's control. Second, the worker's opportunity for profit or loss. Third, the worker's investment in equipment or materials. 4, whether the work performed required special skills. 5, the permanency of the working relationship. And lastly, whether the services rendered were integral to the employer's business. Under this test, not any factor controlled, and courts would look at the totality of the circumstances. This all changed in 2021. Under Trump, the Department of Labor issued a final rule on January 19, 2021, with the rule becoming effective in March 2021. This rule deemed that the first 2 factors, degree of control and opportunity for profit or loss, were the core factors and should be given more consideration than the others. It also removed the 3rd factor, the worker's investment in equipment or materials, and it limited consideration on the 6th factor and asked to instead consider whether a worker's services were an integrated unit of production. This 2021 test made it much easier to classify an individual as an independent contractor. On October 11, 2022, the U.S. Department of Labor released a notice of proposed rulemaking that would revise the analysis for determining independent contractor status under the Fair Labor Standards Act. This new 2022 rule would rescind the 2021 rule and return to the original economic realities test. So it would eliminate the heightened value placed on the first 2 factors, the core factors, and return to the totality of the circumstances analysis. It also reinstated that investment factor, the 3rd factor, and it returned to considering whether the work performed is critical or central to the employer's business. The proposed rule also provides additional analysis for the control factor, discussing how scheduling, supervision, price setting, and the ability to work for others are to be considered. If this rule is finalized, it would reduce the number of workers who can be treated as independent contractors. This new rule is just in the proposal stage. The Department of Labor has invited public comments until November 28, 2021, and we'll keep you updated with any changes.